I just had a really nice long day where I was hanging out with my sister, and I left my keys in this little diner, which is in Monterey, and I don't live there. And my sister's gonna pick them up today, but my sister was like, "Yeah, that was karma for telling us not to tip." He was being like not super rude, but he wasn't being "I'm giving you free money" nice. So I said, "Y'all, we're spending $9. He's not getting a tip." We were like, "Oh, we're just gonna get fries," and he was like, very pushy about us ordering more food, and it's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were the fucking estate planner for my bank account. Like, girl, we're just getting fries in this economy. Like, you want me to order two different of your $30 menu things? We're just getting the $9 fries. Nothing on here is cheap." And then he kept being like, "Oh, we're out of this. I ate it all," and it's like, that could be silly and funny, except we only came here for the calamari. And we all are making eye contact, like, what does he mean they got a calamari? And then, I don't know, he just kept being very pushy. We were like, we're only getting fries. Only getting fries. And my sister was like, yeah, it's karma because you didn't want to give him a tip. I never tip anybody. He's no different. And I've worked in food service, and I just, I never expect a customer to give me free money. That's like walking near a stranger and being like, damn, he didn't give me $10. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And a tip on our $9 meal would be 80 cents. 80 cents. He his That's not life-changing. I think they got left there because they fell off my back. Anyways, that was pissing me off this morning. But I love my sister. That's not a fault of her own. That was like a 1 second comment she made. And I was like, I loved her, and we had a really good day. We went to the aquarium. And we went to Carmel, and then we got some candy. So good. The candy was so good. Anyways, I want to talk about our economy. Like, they're getting rid of the penny, and they want to get rid of the nickel too. That's 1 cent and 5 cents, right? And they're all like, "Oh, it's because it's too expensive to make the penny." Which, like, okay, so maybe it is too expensive to make the penny. The options, there are a few options to fix that, and getting rid of the penny is like not option one. Like, that is a bad idea. Like, sure, maybe you get rid of it, save some money, and then you work on bringing the economy up so it doesn't like, okay, when something costs 5 cents and goes up to 10 cents, it's not because the materials are more expensive. Like, it is because the buying power of 5 cents is less than what it was. Like how there used to be penny, dime, nickel stores in America, but now a store couldn't function if everything was priced as a penny, because you'd have to make 100 sales of penny items to make $1. That is because, not because the items got more expensive. Like, pineapples used to be the most ritzy item, $10, the whole like 4 months' wage for somebody. But now pineapples are $2, and it's not because the pineapple is less. It's not like the pineapple lost value. It's the buying power. The buying power. I was going somewhere with that, but I lost it. It's like, well, you need to bring the buying power of a penny. If you're gonna be making something that's worth 1 cent, you better have it be worth 1 cent. But it's like it costs 3 cents to make, which to me means that the buying power of the penny has lost 3 times its value, which might not sound like a lot, but that would travel up, which means you would need $3 to buy something that was $1. You would need $15 to buy something that was $5. You would need $60 to buy something that was $20. It's very like the bar goes like this. Like, where one penny is worth 3 cents to make, it goes up. The value of the penny should be 1 cent. And you guys should, that is like, if you can't get along with your basics, then how the hell are you gonna be keeping in control of these $100 bills? Because with that logic, it's gonna be like, what used to be $100 is now $300. What used to be $1,000 is now $3,000. What used to be $1 million is now a $3 million project. Because we're not keeping track of our units. And it's like so troubling to me. Like, this only spells disaster for cash, which I personally like cash. Like, they want to get rid of the nickel next because it costs too much. It costs like 10 cents to make a nickel, right? Instead of like making the nickel super thin like a dime or doing anything like that, they want to get rid of her. They're like, she's done. And it's like, okay, sure. There are a lot of nickels. You could just make less and like cheaper nickels. Because like, what's gonna say they're not just gonna be like, oh, the penny's gone, oh, the nickel's gone, oh, the quarter's gone. I guess we can't even use cash anymore because all the change is gone. And like, there are so many pennies and nickels and dimes and stuff and quarters that it would take probably like 30 years for all of them to get out of circulation, maybe like 40 years, right? But like, that's not that long. If you're trying to remove cash from your citizens, then 40 years is not that long of a goal. Because if you go to any store right now, there's cash. Cash is everywhere. Every bank has cash. A lot of people have cash. Sometimes I have cash. I don't right now, but you know, I just feel like it's very suspicious to get rid of the penny and offer like no long-term statement like, we're getting rid of the penny, but there are a lot of pennies in circulation right now. If we ever feel like we need more, maybe we'll make more. It's just very final and very like pushed to the side. Like, it's very troubling to me. And then there are other things that I feel like that happen like that should be taken as a big deal, but are usually just like, oh, that's the update. Don't ask any questions. And it's like, oh. And I like pennies. It is a little annoying to use pennies, but like, that's a non-issue. I don't know. I'm keeping my eye out on this. The second the quarter goes away, we're screwed. Society is screwed because without cash, which is like a very free form kind of money, like versus your credit card, where like you can throw a quarter in a wishing well. You can give somebody a quarter who needs some money. You can use a quarter on a vending machine anywhere. You can use a quarter on things that have no electrical components. Like, you can just like, put it into this machine, the cogs work. You can go to like tables and stuff. You can buy a shirt off someone's back with cash, but you cannot do those things with a digital currency. And you can pay exact change at the grocery store, which is super fun. I do that sometimes. But you can't pay exact change with a credit card, in the sense that like, if you have $20 and your total is like $5.13, and you give him $20.13, now you're getting $15 back. I don't know. Like, what does this mean for ATMs? What does this mean for fees? Like, if the penny gets removed, does everything that's $3.99 get removed off the shelf? Like, what does that mean for pricing? I feel like this is a very uncalculated opinion, and I think they're gonna bring the penny back because ain't no way it's gonna be gone for long.